speaker.
Show
You,
active speaker.
yeah, you can do like gallery view. You can see everyone.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you. So if you also at any time, ladies, if you have questions about anything, you can put them in the chat. Someone just said their audio isn't working. So if you girls could just kind of be watching in the chat in case I miss a question. And then obviously unmute yourself at any time as well. And since I'm already recording, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Just make sure everybody is muted if you are not already muted. Let's see. Everybody muted? Jennifer, are you muted? Okay, cool. Awesome. I don't know why it's not showing me myself, but hopefully that changes. Okay, well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. If you don't know me, my name is Rachel Latinette. I am the leader of Team Nail Bling Queens with Color Street, and we are so excited tonight to share with you a little bit more about what we do as stylists and how the company has blessed our lives, and answer any questions that you may have. Those of you who are Zoom friendly or Zoom smart, I still am looking at Jennifer. Is that what you guys are all seeing, or do you see me?
I see you, Rachel.
Okay.
Yeah, I see you, Rachel.
Okay, so I guess it's just whoever. Okay, that's fine. As long as the recording is gonna make sense. I didn't want, like, if I'm talking, my little screen be up there. But as long as you guys can see me when I'm talking, then you're good. Okay, so before we get started, let's start with the fun part. Let's see everybody's fingernails. Can everybody hold up their nails? What's everybody got on? Now I get to see everybody's names too, and there are some names on here that I do not recognize, so that means we have some ladies on here that are thinking about joining us. So it's so exciting to see you, and we hope that you're rocking your nails too. So if you have your video off, feel free to show us what you got on. I have on the Retired Safari Chic, and I guess I could turn my light on. Crystal Coast, Coral Coast, something like that. Anyways, so of course, our favorite part about the business, why most of us thought about joining, is because we love this product. So you'll see I've got a banner back here in my office, and I may have another one. There's another one in my office, and to me, they're just up because when I see the nails, I just get giddy, and every time I walk into my office, I'm just reminded of the fun that we have with this product with Color Street, because these nails are just so much fun. All right, let me fix my screen now that we're done looking at nails. Speaker view. Okay, cool. So just real quick, a little bit about my story, and then we're going to get into all the different, our favorite F words, and obviously that sounds kind of bad, but a lot of our team will know that when we talk about business blessings, most of our blessings start with the letters F. We're going to talk about the fun we have, we're going to talk about friends that we've made with the company, faith in yourself, financial blessings, flexibility, and I think there's a few other ones in between. So first of all, the reason that I wanted to do this call is because I've been with the company for about 1.5 years, and it has completely blown my mind and just really turned my life around from when I was in the darkest time of my life. A few years ago, I went through a really sad, awful divorce after I had been married not very long. My husband had developed a drug addiction, and we got into a lot of debt. Savings was completely drained, and I was left with tens of thousands in divorce debt. And then when I tried on my Color Street sample, I just had this gut feeling that it really could be my saving grace. And sure enough, I went for it, because it's really not that big of a risk when you're spending $129, but you're getting 13 full sets. This is what 13 full sets looks like, plus everything you need for your business in a bag, basically, with no contract. So I went for it, and within a year, I had paid off my divorce debt, rebuilt my savings, and just completely turned my life around and became a homeowner. So, and then on top of that, I got to build this huge team of now 267 stylists, and I'm so lucky to call so many of these women my friends and getting to do what we do every day, which is just wearing and sharing pretty nails. And so that's just a little bit about myself and my story and how Color Street has blessed my life. And just that's a very, very abbreviated version of it. But I'd like to let one or two of our stylists to share their own story. So if I could have just, let's start with one and see how long, because I'm wanting each of our topics to, whenever we have our volunteers, our stylists talk about their stuff, just to talk about a minute or two, just so that we can keep it to about 30 minutes and maybe 45 with questions. So if stylists, if you would like to share briefly how the business has blessed your life, that would be awesome. You can unmute yourself. Anybody want to share?
Hey, Rachel, I will.
Awesome. Thanks, Jamie.
Hey, hey, everybody. I see a lot of familiar faces and some new ones as well. My name is Jamie Lewis, and I am a director with our team. And I will tell you that when I joined a year ago, I never in a million years thought that I would be here today. I joined because, like Rachel, I fell in love with the nail polish strips. And I knew that if I didn't join, I was going to spend so much money on them that it wasn't going to be funny. So I kind of did it at the beginning for a discount, but kind of jumped into it. And it really has become a true small business for me and my family. And it has financially blessed us in many ways. And my dreams with it have continuously changed just because it has blessed our lives so much.
Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate it. Anybody else? How about one more stylist want to share a little bit about how the business has changed your life or positively impacted it, or a little bit about your own personal story or journey?
I can, Rachel.
Thanks, Heather.
All right. So I fell in love with these nail polish strips almost 2 years ago now. And I immediately thought, the thought went through my head as soon as I put on that Tuesday, I have got to do this. This is amazing. These things are just revolutionary in regards to having pretty nails in 10 minutes when you're a mom. They're amazing. But I did direct sales before. So I was kind of turned off from the idea, and I had it in the back of my mind. I did a party instead, got 8 to 10 sets, but that still wasn't enough. My wish list that I had screenshot and made an album in my phone for, because that's how many sets I wanted, was probably 40 to 50 pictures deep. I'm like, yeah, my wallet cannot handle that. So I chatted with Rachel a couple times and was making lots of nail fees and graphics and posting them in her group. And she's like, girl, you have to do this. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And right when she said that, my husband messaged me and told me that he supported me. And I knew right then that it was a God thing. And he showed me what I needed to do. And this business has tremendously blessed our lives. We were living paycheck to paycheck, trying to make ends meet. There was no way we could do any sort of saving money because of that. But this has completely turned that around. Not only have we paid off debt, we have more savings than we have our entire marriage, and we just now have been married for 10 years. And we're able to live life more comfortably knowing that when something comes up, it's not going to set us back another year or two. So
you can shop.
Yes, my bag is in the living room.
With me.
We went shopping today, so we're able to spoil ourselves a little bit too, which didn't always happen before. And the financial part is just a small aspect of it. These ladies are some of my very best friends, and I love them dearly.
Thank you, Heather. And Heather's not the only one that's been shopping. Jamie and I went shopping yesterday too. I still need to get that out of my car. All right, thank you ladies for sharing a little bit about your own stories. So we're gonna get into some of these F words. So let's start by talking about the fun. So we just talked about the free fingernails, heard a few people's stories. So let's talk about fun. So these nails are just fun to obviously to wear. our teammates will tell you they are fun to sell because we don't feel like saleswomen. We feel like shares women because we're walking billboards. We have our nails on. People compliment them, and then we have samples with us, and we can immediately nail them wherever we are. Today at Old Navy, the girl in the cash out line saw my bag, and she said, "Oh, I love those nail things." So people see it and they get excited about it. They're fun to give as gifts. I don't know about you ladies, but I always give gifts. Give the nails as gifts. My friends and my family and I, like my grandma texted me couple days ago showing me her nails. And to me, and I just went to my friend's house to do her nails and her mom's nails the other morning. So the nails, obviously, we know are fun, but there's always new styles to look forward to. So just a little sneak preview, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Our founder slipped a little bit and may have said that we may be getting a new mini collection on Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that. Or if you're thinking about joining, if you join before Tuesday and that comes out on Tuesday, obviously you'd be the one making the commissions for that. But other than that, for fun, we have incentive trips every year. So I know right now I am looking forward to going to Cancun for free, completely free for my boyfriend and I. All expenses paid. Flight to Cancun for the both of us. It was supposed to be in May. Now it's in October. And so some of our ladies on our team have also earned that. And I see Heather Wooten. And then also conference. I don't know if anyone is on here right now that attended conference with me last year. Many of you were already registered for conference this year. So we do have a annual conference. It was supposed to be in Vegas. Unfortunately, COVID-19 has made us do a virtual conference instead, but now the whole company, any stylist can hop on and see it for free. But I know that some of our leaders, well, my upline is taking some of her leaders, so myself and at least a couple of our leaders are going to be going on a girls trip that week. And so I know the rest of us are going to be kind of like getting together in groups to watch it. But other than that, does any stylist want to share for just a minute or two about why or how this product is fun to sell, or what you have the most fun doing as a stylist selling Color Street? Just like 1 to 2 minutes. Would anyone like to share?
I can.
Thanks, Lynette. It says,
Right.
And Matt. Is Matt on too?
No, but we had that. No, I mean, he can be if you want him to be, but we had Ashley's baby shower, and both of us at the baby shower, and I didn't change the name.
Awesome.
So fun. Okay, so I know, let's see, Tina's in there. Hi, Tina. So Tina and some other ladies I met through my business and through my VIP group and through parties. And what's been really fun is I've made so many new friends that I've never necessarily met in person, but I was just telling my VIP group that I see them as like my friend circle, and sometimes I get really excited to go like show them something, or like I just did a live party and Tina was there and it was just really fun. So like you said, it doesn't feel pushy, it just feels like you're sharing stuff with your friends. And I really do have a huge friend circle now, and that's saying a lot for an introverted person who doesn't really go out a lot, but like, so I met a lot of people, and that's just part of what's fun.
Thank you, Lynette. And I love that you mentioned that you're an introvert, because we have so many people on our team that will say that they're introverts, but because you're doing it mostly behind a screen. I mean, a lot of us do like to get out and do in-home parties or events, but it's your choice, So, and I know that a lot of us too will say that we have gotten outside of our comfort zone and more comfortable doing things that we wouldn't have normally done as well. But I love that you feel that way about making new friends or creating, your friendship circles. And that's actually what we're about to hop into next. So that was a perfect transition. Thanks, Lynette. All right, so now I want to talk about friends. So we've already chatted a little bit about how as a team we are friends. And what's cool too, what I love to think about is like Lynette and I and another stylist, we all work at the same school, and yet we're all very successful. Even though people will think about, well, I already know other stylists, or my good friend's a stylist. One of my very best friends from junior high and high school, Andrea, she joined like a few months after I did, and we're both very successful. She's a director, I'm an executive director. We're both very successful with this, yet we have similar groups. So if you do know someone or other stylists in your area, do not let that stop you from trying it out yourself, because you'd be very surprised how much your friend circles will expand, like Lynette had said, within your VIP group, just through parties. And you're going to meet so many people that you never would have met, because friends of friends introduce you to their friends, and then they fall in love with it and they want to have a party for free nails, and that's just kind of how it works. But with our friends and our teammates, we have lots of different things that we do together, as well as different communities of support. So for example, we have our team groups, tons of team groups, team chats, we have team Zoom meetings, and then also in-person meetings. Before COVID-19 happened, since I had just moved into my brand new house, I finally started hosting locals at my home, and then like the next month we had to stop that. But that's going to be happening again soon, sooner than rather than later. So that's one thing about what we kind of do together as a team. And then also what I love about it too is that it brings together, not only do we meet new friends, but it also reconnects friendships that would have otherwise probably not been reconnected. So some of my very best friends from grade school and junior high that I hadn't talked to in years, when I started selling this stuff and they, asked for a sample, or we reconnected in a party, they've joined the team or have become a customer, and now we talk all the time. And so it's one thing that I really appreciate about the company and this product is that, and my family, like my grandma and I love my grandma dearly, but we never used to connect as much. And now about these nails, she's always on me like, Rachel, I need a new color, or like, Rachel, I need you to do my nails. And so now I'll stop by her house and do her nails. And so that's obviously family, but family and friends to me kind of goes together. But the friendship aspect is one of my favorites. I would like to have another stylist also share a little bit about how she has, had the same experience or similar experience when it has to do with friends. So just talk for 1 or 2 minutes. Anybody want to share about their friendships with Color Street?
I will, Rachel.
Thanks, Tina.
I don't remember exactly how I became, Jessica gotten a hold of me, Jessica Knott, and asked to meet her to see what kind of nails that I had. I don't know how she had heard about me. I don't remember. But we met the time, and I had brought my inventory, and it was in a parking lot at a grocery store.
I've done the same thing.
And, I just let her pick through, and I told her about the buy 3, get 1 free, blah, blah, blah. And she took those, and of course, I gave her my business card and everything at the same time. So she had my phone number. I said, call me or contact me through Facebook, however you want, whenever you want another, when you need more. Maybe a month went by, and she contacted me again. And the first time I did say, I don't know if you've ever sold, independent sales and stuff like that. And she did mention that she's doing another one, but I said, well, think about it. If you like the nails, let me know. So about a month later, she contacted me again, and I said, and she bought some more. I said, as much as you like them and you contacted me within a month of meeting more already, what are you going through them a week at a time? That's me. And so I said, really think about it this time. I'll contact you in a few days. And I got her phone number. She signed up underneath me, and we have become great friends since then. And it's only been like 3 or 4 months, that she's been on. And just because, she was with me and signed up under me, and she hit her jump start, I got her this 31 bag that has her group name on, her VIP group name on it. And I got one for myself. And I can't wait for my other ladies to hit their jump starts too, because I want to buy more.
Oh, I know, it's so fun to reward your personally enrolled stylists with gifts. That's my favorite thing too with rank advancements. Thank you, Tina. I'm so glad that you and Jessica have become good friends because of Color Street.
Thanks.
And awesome. So moving on from friends, we're going to move on to talk about faith in yourself. So a huge thing, and we just mentioned that too, Lynette and I were just talking about it, even people that are introverted can have success in this business. And one thing that it will do for you is give you confidence. I know for me, when I was going through my divorce, ladies, if you've ever been through a divorce, I'm sure you know that it does a lot to how you feel about yourself. And, you know, for me, when I joined and I started having something fun and something I was seeing success with, and a tribe of women to be, you know, supportive and have new friends, I just gained so much more confidence in myself. And now I'll lead trainings for thousands of women, and I'm in charge of our St. Louis regional trainings, and it's nothing. I'm super confident that I can do whatever it is that I set my mind to. And our team will tell you that our upline teams, like Team Nailed It with Kelly France, they very much promote personal development. So like reading personal development books or listening to audiobooks. And obviously we're here to support one another as well. So I would like to hear if any stylists would like to share your own experience with the faith in yourself that you have gained through being a Color Street stylist. Just talk for a minute or two. Anyone like to share?
Rachel, can I share for one of my girls who's not in here?
Is it for Nan?
Yes.
Yes. That's actually who I was thinking of.
So the second girl who signed up underneath me, her name is Nan. And when she first signed up, she was so hesitant to put herself out there. It took forever for her to do a live video or put her face in her group or anything. She was super gung-ho about building her business, but she was so like, her self-esteem was kind of low. And then slowly, like, she would push herself. And now this woman does lives like every other day. She does a fantastic job doing like just live sales or just going live and just like talking to the people in her group. But one thing that she would tell you if she was here is that she is a nurse at a high school, and they had to do a video for like, I forget what it was, a video to send out to faculty. I forget why. And last year she said when she did it, it was so terrible that they deleted her out of it because she was so nervous.
I remember.
And this year she rocked it, and she was so proud of herself. And it's because she used this to kind of build out self-confidence, and now she feels much better about herself too.
Yes, thank you, Lynette. I didn't realize, because I haven't been able to see everyone in gallery view, but thank you for sharing that for Nan, because she's exactly who I was thinking of when we were talking about faith in yourself. Thank you. All right, let's move on to financial blessings. So obviously I have shared, and everyone's financial blessings are going to be different. You know, everyone's income is different based on, you know, the amount of time that you want to put into your business, and you know, different skill sets, or, you know, how coachable you are, all these different factors. But overall, we will all say that we're here because we do make money selling nails. So I've already shared, you know, the things that it has done financially for myself, as well as, you know, being able to spoil myself at Old Navy guilt-free. So let's hear from some other stylists. What are some awesome things that you have been financially blessed by with Color Street because of your commissions, bonuses, etc.?
I can go real quick.
Thanks, Jessica.
So sorry, I didn't do my makeup today. I'm just gonna put it out there.
You should have seen me earlier at Old Navy. I was like, I'm keeping this mask on.
Yeah, you know, if I would have thought about it, I could have put one on. So I was teaching a class at Washington University for the past 4 years. And one of my whys actually for joining Color Street was that I wanted to quit. It was just like a really challenging class to teach, and it was grad students at WashU. So I'm sorry if there's anybody from WashU in here, but some of them are challenging. Some, not all. And so this, with COVID-19, that class went online, and it was pretty difficult again. And after everything was over, we found out that WashU probably is not going to have adjuncts again all next year. And instead of like being really upset about it and like worried about how I was going to get that additional income, I was like, I have Color Street. This is awesome. They just decided for me. And so it was just that like idea that like I'm not worried about not having that additional income anymore. And so that like class that was stressing me out a lot, I also will not have, and I get to have fun with Color Street instead.
Awesome. Thank you. I love that for you, Jessica. And I feel the same way about like with teaching, you know, when I have babies, if I want to take a year off and stay home with them, thankfully now with Color Street as an executive director, I now make actually twice what I do as a high school teacher. And so I'm thankful for that. So if I decide to take a year off, I don't have to worry about that, those financial, or where those finances are going to come from. Anyone else? One more stylist want to share about financial blessings, because this is a big one. Just a minute.
I already did, but I just had something I wanted to share. So
okay.
A little over a year ago, and I know Rachel and I have talked about this before, I just wanted to help make ends meet on top of getting fun free nails. But I went to Walmart and Target and I think Oshkosh, all these other little stores, and was able to get my kids clothes for summer, and I didn't have to dip into savings. I didn't have to put anything on a credit card. I could still buy the groceries that I needed, and that was huge. So my why then was I want to be able to help provide for my family. Fast forward a full year, and even though the trip got canceled because everything with COVID, we were able to successfully pay for a Disney trip, tickets, airline tickets, everything around it with cash. So we didn't have to go in debt to take our kids to Disney. And that's not something I ever thought I'd be able to do because Disney's really expensive. So obviously things changed in a year, but that's just something that I was so super excited about. Now we're postponing it till next year, but I'm still excited nonetheless.
Thank you, Heather. That is huge. And I too would have wanted to take my family on a vacation, but because Color Street, you know, because I earned it for free with Color Street, now I don't even have to do that. So Brett and I are bummed that we had to get it put off to October, but how amazing is that our company gives us opportunities to earn free trips. So that's amazing too. Thank you, Heather. All right, let's move on to flexibility, how we make this business work for us and our lives, because obviously when we work jobs and we work for other people instead of being our own bosses, we have to cater to other people's rules and time frames and being places at a certain time. And so one of the greatest blessings of Color Street is working our own hours, being our own bosses, doing as much or as little as we want to. So we have women, if you take a look at your gallery view of all the women that you can see here, we have women of all ages. We have women all over the country. We have full-time working women. You have people in grad school or even college. You have some people that try to do it all, like me. I work full-time and I'm in grad school and I do this because I'm crazy, but it's because it's so much fun that I can't stop. But I am going to stop with grad school when I'm done with that. But basically, we have moms on here, stay-at-home moms, full-time working moms. We have everything in between, but we all make it work for us. A lot of our stylists who are moms will say they make it fit in the mom cracks, you know, when it works for them. But do we have any stylists that would like to share a little bit about how they make it work for them? Flexibility.
I'll go, Rachel.
Thanks, Crystal.
You're welcome. So I have a full-time job and I have 5 children and I'm super, super involved in my church. And when I actually, thank you. So actually when I started thinking about Color Street and I brought it up to my husband, he kind of gave me that look like we want to take on something else. And I actually I just couldn't stop thinking about it because I was telling everybody about Color Street. And if I was going to already tell them about Color Street, why not get paid to do it? And
get the free meals too.
Exactly. So I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I prayed about it, and I went back and I talked to, my husband again and said, I really think this is what I need to do. And he said, well, if that's what you want to do, then I'm behind you 100% and we'll make it work. And I will tell you, when I first started, I was actually kind of, like, okay, we have our oldest who will be going to college in the fall. We live in Ohio. She's going to go to college in Florida. So that's going to be a huge expense. And I certainly, with 5 kids, never have any free money. And the thought of just making a little bit of extra money so that we could bring her home if we needed to, or we could go visit her if we needed to, was really why I joined Color Street. Besides the fact that I love it. But I didn't have a lot of expectations because I'm not a salesperson and I don't really like salespeople. I always find them pushy and annoying, and I wanted nothing to do with sales, but I don't feel like I'm selling Color Street. Color Street sells itself. I'm giving somebody an opportunity to have beautiful nails for cheap, and they're awesome and everybody loves them. If you can get somebody to try them, it's pretty much sold itself. It's the biggest part is just getting somebody to try them. But now that I've been doing this for, I think it's like 7 months now, like, it's amazing. And I make time for it, as is needed. I'm putting more time in now, than I was before, but that's because everything is growing and my business is doing so well. But when I'm trying to lay the kids down at night, I'll just have my phone. I just grab my phone and I'm posting, I'm scheduling my post for the next day. The fact that we can schedule our posts is huge.
Yep.
Like, that's one of my favorite things is because I'm like, okay, I'll just schedule my post for tonight before I go to bed. And if I touch my phone tomorrow, great, but I'm not tied to it either. Like, over the weekend, I took my daughter and her best friend out to celebrate their 18th birthdays before they go off to college. And I didn't touch my phone all day, but the world did not end. My business still did well. Sales were made. My VIPs were still happy because my posts were already scheduled. And I went back when I was finally done for the day and got on my phone and replied to posts and replied to comments. And I was able to do it on my time. And that's what I love about it. Well, there's lots of things I love about it, but
Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. And I know, like, a lot of our stylists will probably tell you that for me, even if I'm like tired and I want to schedule posts, for me, it's fun. It's like my fun creative outlet. Like, I love to go through our graphics groups and scroll through and be like, ooh, what do I want to post tomorrow? Ooh, that's a fun one. Or go through the nail fees groups and scroll through and be like, ooh, I got to do that for my next nail fee. I'm sharing that tomorrow for my VIPs. So even though you do have to put work into it, it's fun work, because if you love these nails, then it's fun to put the time in. And I know my boyfriend will say that, like, I'm kind of like addicted to it, but I just tell him because it's so fun. Like, I can't help it. And I can't say that about my other jobs. All right, so that is all the F words I want to talk about. So real quick before we hop off, I did want to share just a few things about what will come in your kits, some specific team stats, and then see if there's any questions that you have there that we still need to answer for any of our potential stylists, as well as how you would make money specifically, like our commissions. So real quick, I do want to share, because I'm just so excited and proud. I think in the past, I think it was 2 months ago, our team, Nailing Queens, which is now 267 stylists, we have become a $1 million team in just a year and a half. So that is huge. I never thought that would happen. And when that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, my team is so awesome. So that is, I forget what the total is, because we make a minimum of 25% commissions. I forget what the total is because of the millions, but if you do the 25% of that, there's like over $100,000 in commissions that's been paid out. I think 125,000 if I remember correctly. And that's just in commissions, but a lot of our girls make monthly bonuses based on enhanced commission or team bonuses. And so that's just base commission, not even anything past that. And I know, like, for me personally, once you get into like the leadership levels, you make even way more with your bonuses than you do in your own commissions. So that's just something exciting I wanted to share. Also just wanted to share too that our uplines have team cultures that are super important to us and our team as well. So our highest presidential team nailed it. The team culture is based off the 3 Ps of positivity, personal development, and perseverance. And so to me, those are super important because they're just values that I personally value as a human. Heather says 25,000. 250,000. Oh my gosh, that makes so much more sense. I'm like, where's 125? Oh, Heather's team just hit 500,000 in lifetime volume, and so her team had just been paid 125,000 in lifetime. Anyways, that's where I got that number from. Thank you, Heather. Okay, so what else? Another thing I want to share is trainings. So if you're wondering, like, how am I going to learn even what to do? Just want to make sure that you all know that you are never alone. Not only do you have the support of our team, but we have weekly trainings from our corporate, Tuesday trainings. We have, if you're a senior director and above, we have every week, we have a Monday leadership call. Which is basically a leadership training. And all of this none of this is mandatory. This is all completely optional. And then we also have, right now we have daily Connect the Dots videos from our corporate and our official Color Street stylist group. And that started during quarantine to kind of keep our spirits up and give us tips and tricks every day that we want them. Again, nothing is anything that you have to do, but it's all there if you want it. And then we have a Color Street app that's about not even 6 months old yet, where you have tons of trainings that you can do in there. You can earn points, get free stuff, all the resources in your virtual office, as well as we plan our own team Zoom calls. And I love to put on team challenges, which we have a monthly challenge going on right now where every day someone is winning a retired set on the Nail Bling Queens team. So I have a few more of these to give away, ladies, very soon. I know you guys are excited about that. And some other stuff that I just announced for giveaways. So if you're wondering what comes in your starter kit, I showed you before. It comes with 13 full sets. It also includes at least one of everything. You get at least one French, petite, pedicure, design, solid, glitter, but it's all kind of like a fun mix, and it's a surprise. You get this Color Street embroidered bag. They actually just upgraded this from the first initial kit. This is actually like a thicker material. You get a couple nail buffers, a couple full-size files. You get your mini nail files to go with your 72 samples or twosies, which these are 72 opportunities to give 72 people to try your product, just to get started. And someone said the nail buffers and files are the bomb. Yeah, I this is actually my own personal one because I use that as well. You get your prep pads, you get nail polish remover pads. This all comes in your kit. You get your catalogs, your brochures, and I think I might be missing something, but that's all for $129 plus tax and shipping with no contracts. When you get your kit, you can keep them and wear them yourself. You can use them as giveaways, as freebies. You can sell them right off the bat and replenish the money for your kit. And we have a breakdown of how you can take your kit money, sell your sets, put it back into your business or your party, and how you can slowly build up your inventory and your commissions and start earning toward those jumpstart goals too. Which, let's talk about last thing, how you make money and get free sets, because even though we get tons of free sets of stylists, you do not have to have inventory, which is awesome. That's one thing that I loved about when I heard about Color Street, that I don't have to keep inventory. I don't have to send sets to people if I don't want to. But because we get so many free sets as hostesses at all times, it's really, really easy to start earning free sets and fill up these big boxes. I have 2 of these boxes plus 5 bins of retired sets behind my head, plus all these other, it's like I have nails coming out of my ears, and that's how I like it. But how do you get paid as a Color Street stylist? So for commissions, you earn 25% minimum on all of your orders. And because most people do a buy 3, get 1 when they find out about it, that they can do that, you make on average about like $8 to almost $10 an order. So even though it sounds like, oh, well, one nail set is only 11 to 14 bucks, well, most people do them in the bundles when they find out that they can. But that is not all. Every month, depending on how high your sales get that month, you have the opportunity to earn enhanced commission, which goes all the way up to an extra 10%. So that, I know for me, is one of my monthly goals, is to try to hit every month. It doesn't always happen, but at least the minimum, the first level of enhanced commission, which is just selling $600 worth of nails. And so you have the opportunity to make 35% commission on your nail sales every month, but there's actually no monthly minimum. If you sell 0 one month, you're not kicked out of being a stylist. You just have to sell $300 worth of nails one time, 1 month out of a period of 6 months, and we call that bonus qualifying. However, we do try to encourage you to get in the habit of bonus qualifying, of selling those $300 a month, because if you're doing that, then you're most likely consistently doing parties, even just a couple a month, and growing your business, reaching new ladies, and new potential stylists, and new VIPs, etc., and obviously bringing in money. The only thing that you pay for monthly, which automatically comes out of whatever card that you sign up with, is your $9.95 website fee. And that is so that we don't have to keep inventory and we don't have to send the nails out. So Color Street keeps track of every single thing, every order that ever happens, the tracking, all of that good stuff in our virtual office. And that's what that $9.95 fee is. And I personally love it because I just love when people order and I don't have to do anything. I just get a notification that someone ordered and I'm like, yay, thank you. And then I get paid for it. I don't have to do anything else. But your first 2 months are free. So if you're kind of thinking, well, I don't really want to pay for that. Well, come on and join us completely risk-free. And you don't even have to pay for that $9.95 for your first 2 months if you just want to kind of see how it goes. What else? We get paid weekly, which is awesome. Every week we get a weekly, and it can go directly deposited into our bank, or it can go to your Color Street card. If you want to keep all of it on the same card, separate from your other finances, you can do that too. And then our monthly bonuses and paychecks, those are paid out monthly. What else? The Jumpstart rewards, if you hit certain sales or enrolling goals in your first 35 to 95 days. So basically your first 3 months, you have the opportunity to earn free product credit for free sets, free samples, free whatever that you want. And last but not least, as stylists, I think one of the things we get most excited about is stylist exclusive anything or special stuff that we get as stylists. For example, if you went to conference last year, we got spoiled with all kinds of gifts, including I had thrown this bracelet on that has like the gemstones in it, the Color Street gemstones, and Color Street just likes to spoil us in general. Like I'm wearing another bracelet that was given to us team leaders and above for Christmas time, just because like that was completely unnecessary, but so sweet of our corporate. Then we also have stylist and hostess exclusive sets that we have gotten in the past, like Cosmic Cloud, I Flip for Color was last year, Black Cherry Bonbon. So sometimes they'll offer it to both hostesses and stylists. Sometimes they'll have this one was completely stylist exclusive. I should have grabbed an Everyday I'm Sparkling. I have one somewhere too. What else? Whenever you hit certain ranks, you get luggage. So once you hit director, you get purple luggage, and then every time you hit above it, you get a bigger luggage. All kinds of different surprises. Oh, here, we just recently got Tokyo Lights necklace and matching earrings. This was for hitting that BQ mark, bonus qualifying, selling $300 in nails for 3 months in a row, and we got matching earrings with that. So we're always randomly surprised with things that we don't need, but that Color Street just wants to spoil us with. So I know personally, and as well as, the rest of our stylists here on this team, we are just so blessed and thankful to be a part of this company. And that is why we are here to share it with you all, because we know that the crazy potential with the company and how much fun that we have and the way that our lives have been positively impacted. And so we hope that you take a chance on it. We hope that you decide to join us. And if you do, we cannot wait to help you with your journey and get you started and be here with you all along the way. So before we hop off though, are there any questions? Anyone? You can type it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. And of course, you can always reach out to the stylist who invited you here. I'll be also sending out the replay in case you hopped on late. But does anyone have anything that they want to ask before we hop off? All right. Well, I do want to give a, hold on, what Danielle said. I just signed up last Wednesday. I'm really new, but you're really excited. I'm so happy to hear that, Danielle. And welcome to the Queen team. We are so happy to have you. All right, well, if there are no questions now, I just want to thank all of you for jumping on, for our stylists that hopped on that already know the answers to all of this, to all of our potential stylists that have hopped on just to learn more. We are so thankful that you're even here to listen to our stories because we love to share them. So I hope everyone has a great night, and holler if you have any questions. Bye.